Now, if you have seen any of our e-bike reviews in the past, you know we typically start off with a different shot, not one from the back. It's not because I think I'm having a particularly great back day, but this e-bike, the HJM Toury Cruiser, has a cool feature. It has a turn signal. I know it seems like a small deal in the grand scheme of things, and to be honest with you, it is, but it also shows you some of the unique features they have put into this e-bike where they have truly thought of everything. So, is this Cruiser worth it? Is it a worthy competitor to the RadRover 5 or even the RadRover 6? Keep on watching our full review to find out more. Now, just as I started this at the back of the e-bike, I could have started it in the front. And that's because this e-bike has a full color LCD display that gives you all the information you need except for a clock, which I don't know why e-bikes today don't have clocks on them, but it is a very cool LCD display, which I really like. And I could have started the review up here, but instead I started it in the back. And that's because of the unique feature of the turn signal. I turned on that turn signal there. You can see it back here. It is blinking. Now it's bright out, so it's obviously going to be a little bit harder to see, but that is an awesome feature. Once again, one of the many things that HJM thought about on this e-bike. Really cool, along with the display. This is a good looking e-bike. All right, this is more the angle that we usually start off these reviews with, but I wanted to show you that back light. I think that's super cool. It also has a front light, which I'll show you here in just a second. It automatically detects if it's bright out or not and turns it on when the sun goes down, which is really pretty cool. This is the Step-Thru version, as you can see here. I'm really starting to like Step-Thru versions a lot because they're easy to get onto. You can just do this. If you didn't have a Step-Thru, you'd have to pull it all the way around. This bike is about the same size, maybe a little bit smaller in frame than the RadRover 5. It's got the giant 4-inch tires. It does fit on the back of the bike hitch from our car. That I'll post a link to that review here, but it works great on that. And it's cheaper than the RadRover 5. So once again, you don't have to do this. You can simply step through. It's not a girl bike. I know that's how they were marketed in the past. It even has a custom Velo plush seat, which is super comfortable. It is a name brand seat. Has all the features that you would expect from a e-bike that's about $1,600. It's got a nice battery, about 40 or so mile range. It's got a twist throttle. Whoop, whoa. It also has a walk feature. I haven't used this, so let's just see if this works. Where you can simply hit the walk button and it walks. That's pretty cool. I've never actually used that. You let it go and it stops the motor. It's a little fast, but it does pick up and go there for you. There's the car, which is nice if you just want to walk this bike. Honestly, you don't need that feature. It's not that heavy of a bike. I'll put the full weight down below. It does have a couple extra controls here for the blinker and for the lights. Has standard controls on the left-hand side that feature what level of pedal assist. The display does have a nice speedometer in miles per hour, a trip, and your current miles you put on the bike. I've only got 2 miles on this one as I've been testing it out. It does allow you to do different things like look at the max speed. I've gone 23.4 miles an hour is the maximum I've gone. Average 2.5. Spent 51 minutes on the bike. Pretty cool. So let's take this for a ride. It's got a little bell. It's got Tektro disc brakes. These are regular disc brakes, yep. And let's just go take this for a ride. I'm at 58% battery. It's got 7 gears. It does have the half twist throttle. Let's just take us for a ride. Now, so many e-bikes these days are a little bit on the sensitive side when it comes to pedal assist. Now these are polarized glasses and I'm having a little problem seeing that. That is a small thing, but on pedal assist level 1, it gets up and it gets going pretty good. If you step up to like a pedal assist level 2, it's gonna obviously go a little bit faster. I'm gonna stay away from this construction site here. Whoa, there we go. There's pedal assist level 2. And let's just bump this all the way up to level 5. And you get cruising 16 miles an hour here pretty quickly. Just like any other e-bike, the maximum speed is 20 miles an hour. It's not gonna stop you from going any more than that with gravity or with pedaling really hard. I'm only in the 6th gear out of 7, but it is a nice riding e-bike. I will say, I've put together, I don't know, 10 or so e-bikes these days, and this one had the least amount of problems when it came to getting it set up the first time. The brake, I have it on 5 and it is super, super sensitive right there. But the brakes are not squeaky right out the bat. It is really solid right from the get-go. I had the least amount of problems putting this together. Obviously, I know that I have put together a lot more e-bikes than the average person has, but everything from the fender, which fenders can be a big pain. I don't know why they're such a big pain to work on, but they are. The brakes, that was no problem. The handlebars, it really went together, the best of any e-bike. And I would like to say it's because I did the best job because I've done it so often, but I put together another e-bike the very next day and I had a lot more problems. So the only thing I had problems putting this together with was one of these little things that had to connect up here somewhere. Didn't work. One of the little things got bent. I may have done that when I was putting it in there, but pretty easy to fix with a pair of pliers. So let's go take us for a ride and see what we think, okay? It does have a front suspension, which is helpful when it comes to things like going off-roading, or even you see here I'm about to go over some train tracks. You barely even feel the train tracks. Let's go take us a little off-road here and just see how it goes. This is nothing serious. Obviously, I'm just on a trail by my house here, but really easy. The fat tires are awesome, just like the RadRover 5. And there is a dip that I did not know was here, but let's check it out. To be honest with you, all e-bikes go way faster than what someone expects. So if you're going to an intersection, make sure to make eye contact with someone just to make sure they know that you are going. I always do that because it can be a little bit dicey. Now, how do I get back on the street? I feel the heartbeat to the beat of the drum. Whoa. All right, here's where the suspension really comes in, is through little dips like this. Not a problem whatsoever. It is odd when, and this is not just this e-bike, but as you start to pedal, if you are already going to max speed, it almost feels like you're in like first gear. It is a little bit weird. Slightly windy today. It is a fall day here in Fort Collins, Colorado. It's fall. Let's take this just a little bit off-roading. This is a lake kind of close to my house. Well, a little bit faster than I would have liked to there, but all good, no problem whatsoever. Not a problem on this trail whatsoever. One thing is, when you do get on a little bit of a more unsure path, I would recommend going down in your pedal assist level, just so you have more control of the bike. You can always pedal more, but that way it gives you a little bit more control. You don't want to get going too fast, not be able to slow down where you'd like to. But what a beautiful day for a bike ride, huh? Woo! That's pretty. I'm actually going to turn around here because this is not a very wide path and my camera will get hit. People ask how I do these reviews. This is a Insta360 II camera It's attached right here. It allows it to be, it's called an invisible selfie stick. It's a cool way to record something like this, where I have used a drone in the past. And the drone's fine, it works great, but it's hard to control and maneuver a bike and record and talk at the same time. This is a lot more efficient. It allows me to get you a lot more reviews of some of these e-bikes a lot quicker. It's just a nice day. I don't know if I could be sad on any e-bike, but this is a really solid off-roading e-bike. Yeah, even on those bumps, the suspension is really good. It does come with this rear rack included. I have that bag. It's got some gear in there for me in case I, get a flat tire. It's got some other recording stuff in there, but that bag's 20 bucks on Amazon. Comes exactly as equipped here, minus that. Like I said, the front-facing light is light sensitive. If it is dark outside, it will turn on, which is pretty cool. And let's head back this way. Yeah, I am very impressed with how that handled it. It handled it just as good as the RadRover 5. No complaints there whatsoever. I have knocked it down to that lower pedal assist gear, which is nice and easy pace. I can pick it up here. There we go. And get going to 20 miles an hour, no problem. Once again, when you get going in the highest pedal assist gear, it almost feels like you're in first gear, just because of how fast it turns on and how you can't really pedal any faster. I am in 7th gear right now, which is the highest gear on this e-bike, and it is a little surprising how I can't seem to feel like the 7th gear should be a little bit higher, but that's being pretty nitpicky. I really don't need to be going faster than 20 miles an hour, which is what I'm going right now. I am really pleasantly surprised with this HJM bike. This is their Toury model. They have the Step-Thru and non-Step-Thru model. I mean, I started out, at 58% battery. I'm now at 27%. That is quite a bit of loss on the battery, but I also did not charge it full yet. I recommend that you do that with any new e-bike that you get. You never know how it's going to handle at first, and it's been outside for a couple days in the garage, so no harm, no foul there. Yeah, there's something a little bit funky with the way that the brake is working here, but no big deal. That is my favorite feature of any e-bike, is just being able to use the throttle to get going, especially from a cold stop, especially when there's other cars around. A disc may be a little off or something. That's kind of interesting. And when people complain about road noise on a fat tire bike like this, it's not loud at all. The electric motor itself is actually pretty quiet, believe it or not. Woo, almost got hit there. As I was saying, the electric part of this motor is actually really pretty quiet. Let me just turn it on for you and I'll show you. Let's go. It's got really good torque. I don't remember how much torque it has, but it feels like it's about on par with the RadRover 5. I only felt the difference in torque on something like the KBO Breeze when I was going uphill. But this seems to have plenty of good torque, plenty of good action, really quiet. I really like this bike. Turn on that turn signal. The turn signal does not turn off when you turn like it does in a car. I'm sure that will be coming next, but you have to remember to turn that off. But overall, this is a really solid e-bike. I'm super pleasantly surprised with how easy it is to operate, how easy it is to use, how easy it was really straight out of the box. Oops, I left a tag here, that's my fault. The display is good. Overall, I give this 2 thumbs up. If you want a bike that is in stock, at least as the time of publishing this, it's about 1,600 bucks. We'll put a special promo code for you up here. You really can't go wrong with this bike. I'm trying to find something wrong with it, and it's awesome. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them below. We hope to see you again real soon.